So as you can see, the flowers have been having sex all over my face and I've got bad hay fever. And people have said, get local honey. Well, being a lorry driver, you'd have to have so many versions of honey behind you on a shelf, which you could take out as you go through each county or whatever. It wouldn't work. But yeah, if I was working locally, it'd be different. Right, I'm not impressed with myself. I let myself down. And I'm quite happy to admit this. Confident in many areas, but sometimes not in others. Been out on the weekend, had a few to drink, so was suffering the downer that you get. Anyway, I was supposed to go to the gym yesterday. Went out, got the stuff, and the guy that I'd met, I'd known for years, and he says, well, you know where we are? Well, I thought I did. So I went to where the gym was. His house is there now. So that set me on one. Anyway, I found the gym in the end, and I went to stick my head around the door, and all of a sudden I lost my bottle. And fucked off. Simple as that. Loads of people I don't know. They're all fit. They didn't say or do anything. Nothing wrong at all. It was just, I'm in my work gear looking at a twat with a carrier bag full of kit. And I just felt like an utter wanker. And I just fucked off. And I was disgusted with myself. And I thought, well, maybe it's not the gym for you. So I went and parked outside a Pure Gym. And I definitely realised that that ain't the gym for me. You got all these super fit gym bunnies and posers wandering in the place. And I just thought to myself, you've had a wobble, son. Tomorrow's another day and we'll try again, I suppose. And yeah, I was angry, fucking angry with myself, absolutely disgusted. Then you go, well, maybe 60 hours a week you won't be able to do the gym. Maybe you'll just not cut out for the gym. You've never been to the gym before. What makes you think you're going to do it now? So we're going to have another go. We'll see how today goes first because I've got a hell of a day ahead of me. But yeah, do you ever get that? Where you build yourself up to something because you built yourself up so much that you end up making it out to be so much worse than it actually is. And it'll probably be fine once I got in there. But yeah, I used to have it all the time. When I was suffering really bad from depression and anxiety, I couldn't make plans with people because I'd end up letting them down. Because by the time I got to it, it'd been built up into such a massive thing that I just couldn't face it. And I haven't had that for years. Mind you, I've also not made many plans for years, I'll be honest. The last big thing I did was when we got all the YouTubers down, and I was panicking a bit about that. Because everybody thinks if you do YouTube like I do, that you're all full of confidence and everything else. No, I've got my flaws and my weaknesses like anybody else. This is part of the reason I do these videos, to say to people, this is what I go through. Not that I'm feeling like a victim or anything like that, but do you get the same? That's pretty much what it is. Which is why when I get angry about something, I say this pisses me off. Because you get other people going, yeah, that fucks me off. And he's saying what I think. And then you go into the comments and say what you think in there, which I do read. So have you had it before where you've built yourself up to do something and at the last minute just run out of bottle? Now I can face, as you know, crowds of people coming around the corner wanting to bash my head in. I can do that. I've actually stood on stage in front of thousands of people and talked. Shit myself, but I did it. There's a lot of things in, you know, that I do that I just don't bat an eyelid at that people would think would be a big deal. But going into a gym in my work clothes I'd never been in before with a load of men who were fit as fucking, most of them seemed to be well built, and I didn't know anybody, and I ran out of bottle. Simple as that. And I had a meltdown, funnily enough. When I got in the car, I was fucking so angry with myself. But you don't just give up at the first hurdle. So as I say, today's another day. But I'm just wondering, I do these because I have no shame about admitting my flaws, which is probably why I've told people in the past about the things that I've done, like the drink driving, going to prison, and other things that I've done that are stupid. Because, you know, people that hide stuff, it doesn't do them or anybody else any favours. And admit when you've got flaws and work on them. And that's pretty much why this channel was set up, to talk about what was going wrong in the world and to share things with other people. So that's where we are. But not impressed with myself, and I'm still cussing myself today. And it actually, I haven't, as I said, I had a wobble for yonks, but it was such a thing that today I'm not focusing brilliantly, and I've got to go, right, get your shit together, you're driving a truck, but it's playing in the back of your head. I let myself down, I wobbled, something got the better of me. So what doesn't kill you make you stronger, but I'll learn from this. But yeah, one of those. Have you ever had it? And do you get it often? But the anxiety was horrendous, I'll be honest. Stupid, isn't it? Something that some people actually look forward to. And I've got to be honest, I'm not looking forward to going to the gym at all. It's something I have to do rather than want to do. If it was something you wanted to do, you'd have been a lot more enthusiastic about it. But I'm 48 years old. If I don't do something about it now, you know, it's not good. But trying to juggle it, I mean, I was talking to a friend and she was saying, well, I go with somebody else and that helps because they rely on you to go and you rely on them to go, and it's somebody to give you a bit of comfort, strength, build you up, you know, all the other things. Because I don't give a fuck whether you're a man or a woman, whatever. Certain situations seem a lot easier if you've got a mate with you. Do you know what I mean? And going into a situation completely alone, I do that a lot of the time, but in this particular thing, for some reason, not good. So yeah, this is what this one's about. It's a nothing burger to some people, to other people it is. I mean, for some people, after a massive bout of anxiety, just going out of the house seems like climbing Mount Everest. I remember when my mate's son had really bad anxiety and he couldn't do anything. I said, right, what we'll do is we'll go out for a drive in the car first. Anytime you want, you can say we're going. Simple as that. And I will respect you. And after we got around that and he felt better about it because he was throwing up, which is what I had years and years ago when I had really bad anxiety. I found out that I was bipolar. Well, I'd always been bipolar, but it was at its worst. And I'd split up with somebody and it was literally, I just wanted to die. And every time you thought about what she was doing with somebody else, I would be sick. That's how bad it was. Anyway, years later, you look at it and you think, really? Why was I like that? But at the time, it's very real. Anyway, with regards to my mate, his son, what I then did was I said, right, we'll try and go to a pub. And we'll sit outside the pub. All right, then. So we did that. We could cope with that. And then after a while, I said, right, we'll go in if you want. And we'll go have a game of pool. Well, I'm not sure. Up to you. So we went in and halfway through, whispered in my ear, not happy. I said, yeah, we'll just go and sit outside. So we sat outside without anybody noticing. He didn't feel silly because nobody'd noticed anything. And I explained that to him and he was all right. And then he could go back in. And after a while, we built him up and now he's fine. But it takes, because he knew I'd been through it, he trusted me, which was good. But anxiety is an absolute killer for people, really is. Now, I'm not the only person that's got it. There are many people out there that do this, that have it, believe it or not. And part of the reason of doing this is I'm just talking to a piece of plastic at the moment, right? Or a phone, you know what I mean? But if I could actually see all of you, I'd probably be fucking terrified. But it isn't like that. And you don't dwell too much. I was actually driving this lorry on the turf of Bristol City Football Club yesterday, right? Mental. I was chasing a tractor down the centre line, or the centre of the pitch. Not a tractor, a digger. And I came in from the corner as well. But anyway, it was surreal. But I looked at that stadium and how many people it could seat, which I think was about 22,000. And I thought, can you imagine this stadium filled up twice and then a bit? And then imagine facing all of those people. And I couldn't comprehend it. And that's how many subscribers I got. So it's mental. But you don't think about it. But there it is. I just thought I'd want to share that with you. See what you think. And yeah. Because that's the whole purpose of this, isn't it? I mean, if you can't help people by explaining that, yes, we go through it and this is how we get around it, or you're not alone, then this channel is pretty much about trying to help other people and also prepare other people for, you know, the obvious. So there it is. Right, I'm going to get off. At the moment, we've got a new guy working with us, and he's not getting the hang of it, and it's not because he's foreign. It's just he's just not getting it at the moment. We're going to try and help him so he can get it because he's a nice guy. But yeah, we'll see. Anyway. So that's the job today. Try and get him up to speed and get him understanding the job so that the boss doesn't get angry with him. Right, I'll catch you in a bit.